today is the 25th of April, 2020. And in a little bit, I will be going to downtown Austin for the Open America Up Again rally, or part 2, I guess, technically, as well as, I would also guesstimate it's also, Open Texas Up, or something along those lines. Now, while I am medically retired from the Army and can't technically have like a normal job, I have tried though. I did try where I could. A few books I've written, just literally a few, seeing how, there's only 3 there. So, I'm trying to be calm. Not that I'm nervous. Well, as an introvert, extrovert, like I'm that type of person where, I do get nervous. I just don't tend to show it. Not the way most people do, realistically. However, I would like to be able to get back to working on my Medal of Honor art project. I would. Kind of really upset about how there have obviously been issues. So I understand that part of it, as far as like not necessarily the COVID or the lockdown or the quarantine status. However, I really would like to be able to go and do that again. Because while I was doing what I could in reference to dealing with what occurred to my daughter because of what occurred at the Fort Worth Zoo in 2010. And I had already been attempting to get my daughter the help she needed before the time that article was written by Ray Donovan, while still doing stuff to take care of myself and get accustomed to what I look like. Because, before my head injury, I had normal color hair. Like the color that naturally grows out of my head. And I had the ability to have a feminine haircut, but with headaches and migraines. Shorter hair just seems to be better for me. Probably not the only person who has headaches that found that shorter hair isn't as painful as having longer hair, especially with heavy hair. I'm half Chinese. People who have Asian bloodlines tend to have thick hair. And despite the fact that the other half is like everything else, as far as different human races, that varies all across the different ethnicities, depending on. And so, I had to get used to it, and then with the tattoos and stuff like that, I had to get used to that. Try to remember. The irony with the regards of modeling is where, even in a skirt, like right now, when looking at the camera phone, I can see me and I see some of my tattoos. With the modeling, I guess that probably has something to do with that cognitive issue. Again, I have tattoos on my back. it did not dawn on me until like 2019 that my tattoos on my back are on my back, or in my back, however you want to put it. Nonetheless, I cannot see them. They're supposed to help me see. Now, if you look in regards to the spiritual aspect, well then, yeah, that realistically hasn't been an issue for me, being able to see certain things. However, you know, I can't, no, I mean, I'm flexible. I am. I'm not that flexible, because in order to be flexible enough to see the tattoos, you know, like the one on the back of my neck right there, I don't know, I don't think I'm that flexible. I don't know. I think that, like, there'd be issues with the only way I could think of doing so would be to twist my neck in a way that I wouldn't be able to see it. Unless I were to, like, remove my head from my body and then be like, see? But it could only be my head. It couldn't be, like, everything else. And so then the other option is to, you know, do some sort of weird back bend, but forward bend, but something, and still not be able to see it because of where it's at. And so the irony of, what was this? There was a movie. I got in trouble during the viewing of this movie, and it was before my tattoos, mind you. So my ex-brother-in-law, Tony Walker Nichols, my dead ex-husband's brother, you know, the one that's alive, living in Oklahoma, he had wanted to watch along with his then fiance, soon to be wife, Gail, and then my now dead ex-husband, then husband, and then I was pregnant with my daughter, my son was born, but all of Susie Marie Nichols Lopez's children at that time were there. So Brianna Marie was there, Brianna Marie Lopez was there, Marissa Marie Lopez, and Joseph Anthony Lopez, they were all there. And watching, what was it, Sleepy Hollow. Well, I was pregnant, and anybody who has been around a pregnant woman, pregnant female, whatever, and she's hungry, she's gonna eat what she wants to eat. It's a thing. It happens. I know I'm not the only female who's been pregnant, and when it's time to eat, I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. And so I wanted a ring pop, or a push pop. That's what it was. I wanted a push pop. I was eating the push pop. And those who have had push pop candies, or have had children eating them, or whatever, or remember them from childhood, when you get to a certain point, and you don't even have to, like, actually suck on the push pop, you could literally just lick it and it makes a click sound because of the way it's inside of the little tube thing. I was just eating my candy. That's all I was doing. And at one point in time, in the middle of the movie Sleepy Hollow, my now ex-brother-in-law gets up and just stomps out the door. Nobody else was fazed by this. I'm looking around. Where'd he go? Why nobody said a thing. Okay. I went to get up to go, like, follow and ask it. Don't you do that. That's what Gail said. Don't you do that. I just want to know. Just watch the movie. I don't want to watch the movie. Why is he upset? he was very upset. Like, he was very upset when he got up and he left. Nobody answered. Okay, I'll just continue to eat my lollipop. I do not understand what just occurred. all whatsoever. End of the movie occurs. Everybody else, they scatter and go to bed. Grandma Nichols was there too, also. I forgot about that. And so, okay. So, my now dead ex-husband and I go to the bedroom, and I hear, and I'm like, what in the, what is that? What is that? My now dead ex-husband, then husband, looks at me and goes, oh, that's Tony. What is he doing? Oh, he's probably punching the speed bag. Why? I mean, does he have an insomniac too? I could go talk with him. I can't sleep. No, don't you do that. Why? He's mad. Why? Probably because of you. What did I do? 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 And he was like, you were eating your candy. Uh-huh. What about it? What about me eating my candy was the problem? I mean, I could be wrong. I'm failing to understand what happened when it came to eating a piece of candy. I don't understand. And my now dead ex-husband looks at me and goes, don't you know what you were doing? Yeah, I know what I was doing. I was sitting on the couch and I was eating my candy. I was breathing. I was blinking. I was kind of watching the movie-ish. Dealing with my headaches. What else? Like, I mean, you know, like, am I supposed to add that, you know, I was taking care of the developing baby inside of my uterus? My blood was flowing at that time, still is, you know, like my heart was beating, the oxygen was moving throughout my body. What is specific? You were eating your candy, that's what you were doing. I do not understand what that means. I mean, yes, I was eating my candy. I was eating my candy. The noise. What noise? The noise. What noise? The noise from the clicking. Uh-huh. What about it? That pissed him off. Well, I'll go apologize. No, don't do that. Why? Because he's mad. So don't apologize when he's mad. That sounds dumb. What's wrong with you? No. You don't want to apologize to him when he's mad. It probably would diffuse the situation, I would think. I'm sure. No. He's mad. Okay, don't you apologize. And then we had a conversation. And then, you know, the next morning, when I woke up from that conversation, I'll leave it at that. I'm in the kitchen. Despite the fact that in this kitchen right now I'm wearing shoes, and for the video stuff, mainly because I don't like my feet. I have issues with my feet. I do. I don't like my feet. It's just, ew. I don't like my feet. I don't. When I was in scuba diving, people kept looking at my feet, and it's like, don't make me wear my scuba shoes everywhere instead of my flip-flops. Do not look at my feet. Stop looking at my feet. And just stop. Don't look. And so, you know, I was barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Cooking breakfast at the time. irony, is what it is. Anyway, so I was. And when I was pregnant, there was no denying I was pregnant. I was huge. I was huge. I gained 70 pounds per pregnancy. I only lost 30 pounds between my son and getting pregnant with my daughter. I was huge when I was pregnant. I thought I was big when I got pregnant with my son, right before, all the way up to delivery. I thought that I was really, really, really big. Then I got pregnant with my daughter, and I was like, well, never mind. I'll get to that one. So, Tony walks in, and I'm like, hey. And he's like, what? I'm like, first I'm making breakfast. So, and he's like, oh, you're making breakfast. And I'm like, yeah, you can make a joke about the fact that I'm pregnant and I'm barefoot and I'm cooking in the kitchen. And I got some bacon getting ready to be made. So, and he's like, oh, cool. Hey, I want to apologize. And he goes, for what? And I go, you going out to the speed bag? And he was like, oh, and I was like, nah. I didn't realize my candy was annoying you. And he goes, actually, it wasn't your candy. And I was like, really? He's like, no, I don't. Like, it was kind of, but not realistically. Not really. It was partially, but not fully. Like, okay, well, what was it? He goes, it was the combination of all of the popcorn. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, because everybody was eating popcorn. He's like, yeah, the popcorn, and then, like, the click from the lollipop. And I was like, okay. Snap, crackle, pop. And he was just like, what? Just gonna go off that, right? Snap, crackle, pop. Is that what that is? And he was just, you're making bacon? And yeah, I'm making bacon. He's like, I like bacon. Is that bacon that was in our freezer? Yeah, but I added some stuff to it. He's like, well, that smells good. I like bacon. Technically, I think at that point I proved that the way to a guy's heart is through his stomach, apparently, because and bacon, bacon's good. I can laugh. It is what it is. I have a twisted sense of humor, though, so that is what it is as well. So, fast forward. I'm in Washington State with my son, my now ex-boyfriend's there, and my son decides to tell me, I'm going to give this preface that every male is about to cringe, and every female is about to go, ooh. Ooh. But he's alive. He lived. He graduated high school. Well, that is, yeah, now, like, signed up for the military, all that stuff. So, I had discussed some stuff with my son, and I had told him about the weight I gained with each pregnancy. So this was 2013. My son was 12 years old. I love my son. This proves how much I love him. Many other reasons prove how much I love my son, as well as loving my daughter, but ooh, yeah, I know that there are some people that are like, we got you, we understand. Learn that lesson, either learn that lesson the hard way, and or I taught a lesson to some boys. And so, and technically he was, at that time, he was a boy. Smarter than men. Anyway, so I told my son, yeah, with you I gained 70 pounds. And then, with your sister, I was over 200 pounds and stuff like that. Now, I hadn't gone into the point where I had lost 30 So I had explained to my son, I said, yeah, when I got pregnant with you, I was like 110, 115 maybe, and I gained 75 pounds, and then, for 200. My son thought he was going to be smart and teenager type smart with like a little snide attitude, that type of smart. And he looks at me and goes, yeah, well, you know what, Mom? And I was like, oh. What? What would you like to say? Now, mind you, this is right before I was educated by the male Jason who was living with his mom. This was literally what was said right before, and I would guesstimate if he knew what my son had said, he probably wouldn't have interjected at that point. Though, no man, yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. Anyway, so my son then goes, yeah, well, you know what, Mom? My sister made you fatter than I did. My now ex-boyfriend was coming out of where the computer room was. And he was almost to the kitchen, but he couldn't see it. And so he goes, hold up, time out. And he runs over to where the bedroom door is. He's like, no, I'm hiding. Nope. No. And he, nope. And then he opens the door just a bit. He goes, and you're about to learn a lesson from your mom. Oh, and he just, no, 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 no. And I just look at my son. Now my son is looking at me like, yeah, Mom. I said that. So, here's a little tidbit of information for you to keep in mind. And instantly he went to, I'm going to be lectured, aren't I? He wasn't laughing. I'm going to be lectured. Yes, you are. You're about to get a lecture. Yes, you are. It's like, yeah. So, I wasn't fat. I was pregnant. A whole other life growing inside of my uterus, And so, by technicalities, yes, your sister, my daughter, and I am so. And then, I just start just give me a second. That. I love you. I love you. And he's looking at me, he's like, teenager. And it's like, yeah, I love you. Oh, I love you so much. So I had, by technicalities, yes, your sister made me gain more weight, which was another 70 to 75 pounds, which by technicalities, by weight, I weighed more with your sister than I did when I was pregnant with you, but I still gained 70 to 75 pounds when I was pregnant with you, and only lost 30 pounds before getting pregnant with your sister. But excuse me, I was only eating food to make sure that you were nourished while you were growing, just like when I was pregnant with your sister, when she was growing. Excuse me for eating the food necessary to make sure that you grew in my uterus as you had your umbilical cord attached to me, as I had to keep myself healthy while making sure those who grew up in the East Coast area with specific types of moms know exactly the sort of... Excuse me, I was just eating to make sure that I could take care of my own health while taking care of you, so that you could grow and develop in my uterus with my stomach, protecting you just as I did your sister. You know, yes, by technicalities, boy, I did gain weight to weigh more when I was done being pregnant with your sister than I did you. But at the same time, you know, I was growing your life in my uterus. And he just, I had never seen his eyes so round. His eyes are far more slanted than mine have ever been. And they were like massively huge. Probably about as big as my pregnant belly when I was pregnant. Each one just... It's just, and I just went from the, yes, excuse me, I was just ensuring that there was enough around you when I was pregnant with you, enough around your sister when I was pregnant with your sister. I was just making sure that when I was pregnant, I did what I needed to do to ensure that each of you were able to get the nutrients you needed, as you, with your umbilical cords attached to me, you know, just excuse me for making sure that you and your sister were able to, I mean, you know, I at that point in time, I was, you know, about 110 pounds when I got pregnant with you, and I was only just shy of 200 pounds by the time I delivered you. But, you know, sure, you know, by technicalities, your sister made my weight higher, not fatter. Don't ever call a female fat. And he just looked at me and he just, now mind you, his lecture went on for about an hour and a half of that. So I can literally say it was a lecture. And so it's about an hour and a half of that. And again, there are certain individuals that understand a mom like that, and very much so, very much understand. And then there are males who have learned never to ever, doesn't matter if she is actually overweight or, you know, at that time pregnant, which there is a difference. And so, you know, just A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And he just, gee, Mom, I didn't realize that you were gonna be so upset. Yeah, well, you know, don't call me fat. Right? I mean, I was just, and then there was about another half hour, 45 minutes, because he said that. And for those who did not grow up with a mom like that, but were in any form of military or law enforcement, well, just think of when your trainer noticed that you did something and then lectured you, well, whatever, and then you responded, and then another. just without the physical exertion in that regard, although he did have to stay standing the whole time. He did not get permission to sit down. So there was at least... And then, when I was done, I was like, all right, I think that you need to go to your room. And thank you. I'm going to go to my room. I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go to my room right now. I love you. And I was like, oh, I love you too. And he gives me this hug, and I'm like, okay, well, I love you. Who's my little hazy man? I will never call you fat, and I will never call any woman fat. I love you, Mom. I was like, I love you too. Go to your room, and don't you get an attitude with me again. And then he slammed the door. In that teenage attitude. That point, I marched over to that room, opened that door. He looked at me and he goes, I locked the door. Yeah, your lock means nothing. That's cute. Get over here right now. Don't you ever. And then there was another lecture. The entire time. Not a peep out of my now ex-boyfriend. She's mad. That was the only thing I heard. She's mad. Yep, she's mad. Though I guess by technicalities, not nearly as bad when I was actually pregnant with my son at the time. I had gone to Wilford Hall at Laughlin Air Force Base, and I had a craving. Now, I know that there are plenty of individuals who understand that, and my craving, so technically there were two. There was my special sandwich that I made, took about half a loaf of bread, peanut butter, jelly, bacon, hamburger, ketchup, pickles, mustard, mayonnaise, little bits of steak, some bacon bits, pineapples, and they were the different levels, and I just squished it to be able to take a bite. It was one of those. I want it right now. Go make it happen. And I'd eat one of those like at least twice a day. And then the other craving was peanut butter M&Ms, and not a little, the little singles packet, no. The shareable size, no. I wasn't sharing any, mine. And then, but that pound bag of peanut butter M&Ms, that was the side for my sandwich. I'd have half the bag after that sandwich. Or maybe 3/4, maybe a fifth, it depended. That was as close to a fifth as I got. Those who know what alcohol is know that. I know, 2/3 of a pun, that's fine. And I don't drink, which makes it even better. So then, and obviously being pregnant, I didn't drink. So, finish, by the end of the day, that 1 pound bag of peanut butter M&Ms was gone. So, after 30 days, those who understand the OBGYN appointments, I go in. The one time my now dead ex-husband went with me to a doctor's appointment. Doctor, or sign into the doctor's appointment. The technician or the nurse is like, all right, get on the scale. It's like, okay. Get on the scale, and she's doing the little It's like, why don't you just put it at 100 first? And then do the thing. I need to make sure it's accurate. I am fairly certain you're going to get over 100 pounds. I think so. Got to that. All right, there you go. So then, she looks at the chart of my medical records and she goes, oh. And I'm like, what? What? She goes, I'll let the doctor tell you. Is everything okay? Oh, yeah, no, everything's fine. She wasn't laughing. Do you remember what you weighed at your last appointment? No? Yeah, I'll let the doctor tell you. She wasn't laughing. Get into the doctor's appointment. My now dead ex-husband, again, in a different part of the city. Hadn't seen him in 2 days. Hadn't spoken with him in 2 days. So I don't know, this situation might be one example that could have been legitimate and I could have gotten away with it, but I didn't. And didn't, obviously. So I was waiting for the doctor. My now dead ex-husband is walking around. How long do these appointments have to take? However long they take, there are other appointments in the clinic. That didn't go over well. Nonetheless, doctor walks in. Goes, so, Susan, I see you gained 30-something pounds from the last appointment. What? Is that normal? The nurse didn't tell you? No. So I'm sitting there and my mind is going the way it's going. Oh, I love you. So, okay. What have you been eating? Well, food. I've been eating food, doctor. The doctor asked me what I was eating, and I was like, well, it depends on the day. And he asked me, are you drinking soda? Sprite. Drinking Sprite. If I have soda, I'm drinking Sprite. Okay. Well, what are you eating? So I told him, I was like, well, food. I'm making sure I eat healthy. I'm eating healthy. He's just like, so what are you craving? Well, right now, I'm having a thing for peanut butter M&Ms. I am. Is that a crime? Is that a crime for me to be craving peanut butter M&Ms? No, that's not a crime. That's not a no. Scooted his chair backwards like, no, it's not a crime. No, you can have as many, just, within moderation. How many peanut butter M&Ms are you eating? He wasn't laughing. I'm just laughing because that's what he was literally doing this in the chair. Like, how many peanut butter M&Ms were you having? I don't know. And he goes, what do you mean? And he got a little closer. What do you mean you don't know how many peanut butter M&Ms? Well, how many come in a 1 pound bag? What? How many peanut butter M&Ms come in a 1 pound bag? You are eating a 1 pound bag? He wasn't laughing. I wasn't laughing. I just can't help it right now. I was sitting on the exam table, the chair's shorter and stuff, and he's like, so you were eating you've been eating a 1 pound bag of peanut butter M&Ms per day? Yeah, sometimes 2. It depends, you know. I mean, I'm also, you know, I mean, I'm eating and I described the sandwich and I didn't describe it as a sandwich. I just listed it off and he was like, well, throughout the day. That sounds like a healthy mixed match of food. And I'm like, what do you mean throughout the day? I mean, I technically have 2 of those per day. And he goes, what? I'm sorry, what? 2 of those per day? Yeah. How? I make a sandwich and I squish it. And then I eat it. Nom nom. Oh my God, you eat what? It's my sandwich. How do you eat that? I squish it. I make my sandwich, and then I squish it. And then I eat it. Why? How do you eat a sandwich, doctor? I don't squish a sandwich. Why not? I've never made one that big. Oh, you should really try it. It's actually pretty good. It's really good. Like, it's so good. But yeah, it's how big is it when you finish making it? Well, it's like this tall. You know, when I'm done. But then, you know, I squish it. Like, no. Twice a day? Sometimes 3 times a day. I am pregnant, you know. Yes, I know you're pregnant. Yes. Yes, I know you're pregnant. I see you are pregnant. You are in the OBGYN clinic. Yeah. Yep. My now dead ex-husband is just, what is the problem? Like, what's the big deal? I'm sitting there looking at my now dead ex-husband. I'm like, he apparently is having issues with my sandwich. It's my sandwich. The doctor looks at my now dead ex-husband. Have you seen her eat one of these? And my now dead ex-husband said, yeah, I've seen her eat it like once. I didn't know she was doing it every day. I was like, yeah. Eat how I eat. Doctor, yep, you eat how you got eat. You do that. Do you eat anything else with your sandwich? And peanut butter M&Ms. Sometimes I add chips. Chips, yes, and a side of pickles. Oh, and you eat that? Yes, I dip them in ketchup. You dip which in ketchup? The pickles or the chips? Both. Why? So that nobody's ever thought to put pickles onto a sandwich before? I mean, I do put pickles on the sandwich, but sometimes I just want the pickles on their own. And you dip them in ketchup. Have you not had a cheeseburger with pickles and ketchup together? I see you had a head injury on Palm Sunday in 2000. Yes. What does that have to do with anything, doctor? Nothing. Oh my God. Yes, doctor? So you also eat chips? Yep. I'm kind of nervous to ask, but do you dip the chips the way you dip the pickles into the ketchup? Yes. Is that a problem? No, that's not a problem. Why? Why would you do that? Chips are potatoes. Like, they're called potato chips, right? Yes. French fries are made out of potatoes, right? Yes. Have you dipped your French fries into ketchup before? Yes. So I don't have a fryer in the apartment. And chips, they're already salted and they're cooked. You can dip them into ketchup. I mean, that makes sense, ma'am. Yeah, right? It does, doesn't it? I mean, potato chips are salted, right? Usually they're salted. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, what? I'm just taking notes. That's all. So, your logic is potato chips are salted like French fries. And you dip French fries into ketchup. Sometimes I dip French fries into sweet and sour sauce. But I didn't have any sweet and sour sauce, so I dipped them into ketchup. Okay. He wasn't laughing. Not on the outside, at least. And so you dip the pickles and the potato chips with your like French fries. Aren't the crispy French fries the best? Right? And he put my file on the desk and the pen down. And he looks at me and he says, "Did you seriously? You just said the crispy French fries are the best." Yeah, who wants soggy French fries? Nobody. Nobody wants soggy French fries. I mean, I'm sure there are some people who want soggy French fries, but I like my French fries crispy. And so potato chips are French fries made from potatoes? Yes. Potato chips are made from potatoes. Yes. Both are fried or baked, depending. Yes. Both get salt on it, right? Yes. One potato chip, if it were rolled up, would be about the size of a French fry, right? Oh my God. Am I inaccurate or am I accurate? You are accurate. Oh my God. French fries. Dip them in ketchup? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I also dip them in Frosties. It depends. What? Well, Wendy's. Wendy's has the Frosties. I use the sweet and sour sauce for the French fries when I'm at McDonald's. And at Wendy's, I get the Frosty just so I can dip my French fries in the Frosty. Why? It's a different type of sweet and sour. Duh. Yeah. Duh. Okay, so have you had any French fries with a Frosty? No. No. Just your sandwich. With my peanut butter M&Ms. Yes, with your pound of peanut butter. Sometimes two. Sometimes 1.5. Sometimes 2 what? 2 pounds. 2 individual 1-pound bags of peanut butter M&Ms. Why? What's the problem? Nothing. You're eating healthy. I'm not going to argue with you. I know better than to argue with a pregnant woman. Pregnant female woman. Sure. How are your headaches? I'm breathing. One day at a time. Yeah. Been having coffee? No, I have not had coffee because I'm pregnant. Okay. So you look healthy. Might not want to eat 2 individual 1-pound bags of peanut butter M&Ms each day. But then the sandwich. You're going to try it, aren't you? What? You're going to try the sandwich? What do you mean? I saw you write down the ingredients. You're going to try the sandwich, aren't you? I mean, I want to look over, yeah, you want to look over the nutritional value. Yeah, I'm sure, but you're going to try the sandwich, aren't you? Maybe. It's going to be good. But you have to squish it. Okay. Squish it. You have a good day. You too, doctor. So, I get off the table. Gotta go out to the car with my now dead ex-husband. I get in the car. As my now dead ex-husband gets into the car, he looks at me in the passenger seat. Well, aren't you a beached whale? The rest of the car ride back to the apartment, I can make a joke that if anybody heard, as that car was moving, I can make the joke, ambulance, because I was crying the entire car ride from Wilford Hall at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio to Lincoln Green Apartments off of Braysville. It's not funny, but I can laugh now. But yes, I was crying the whole time. Why? Why? That was part of my lecture to my son as to why you don't ever call a pregnant woman fat, because of having to explain the nutrients to him. He never called me fat again. And any female that he has ever met or will ever meet, that's not... I don't think he'll go there. I think he's smarter than that. I think he was educated. Not to be all arrogant, but you're welcome. I guess. I love you, handsome man. You my cheeks. I miss you guys. But yes. The moral of the story. After watching Call Me the Clown, I did I was watching the In Living Color thing. I used to have to sneak up to be able to watch that. Meaning I had to go sneak into the room that had the other TV. And I couldn't have the volume loud enough where that could be heard into the other room to be able to watch In Living Color or realistically listen, because watching was not necessarily an option with how low that volume had to be. And then, you know, that was above my TV show ratings that I was allowed to watch at that time when I was a child growing up. And I had to sneak out of bed to see it too. So anyway, you guys have a good one.